Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. So is your Descale light on your Keurig Duo, the second generation? If your Descale light is on, I'm going to show you the steps in order to get it off. You do have to put it into a special descale mode. Now, I'm going to show you how to descale it with distilled white vinegar and with the Keurig descaling solution. But before I get started, today's video is brought to you by my very own coffee, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. You can find this on my brand new website, justadadapproved.com. It comes in the K-Cup form and the ground coffee and whole bean. It's like a medium to dark roast, and I think it tastes delicious in all Keurig coffee makers. Okay, so you're going to need about 30 minutes or so. And again, I'm going to show you with distilled white vinegar, but you can use the descaling solution. Now, the descaling solution is kind of expensive, but I do think it doesn't leave a taste. Sometimes I have to do an extra fresh water rinse with the white vinegar, but it is a lot cheaper. Now, you're going to get this reminder after about 250 brews or about every 3 months. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to make sure there's no K-Cup in here. So make sure the K-Cup is empty. And up here, also make sure the brew basket is empty. We don't have to put a filter, but we do need the brew basket installed. The carafe is empty. Now around back, if you have a tall water filter, take the water filter out. You're going to put this in at the very end. So if you're going to use the Keurig descaling solution, you're going to dump this whole bottle into here, and then you're going to fill the rest of it up with water. We do have to end up with the water at the max line. Okay, so since I'm going to use this vinegar, and I will put a link to it. It's going to pop up in the video where you can purchase this off of Walmart. I am an affiliate with Walmart, so if you click on the link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. Now we want to fill up. So I went about halfway. So we do use more vinegar. I think the vinegar does a little bit better job on the inside. This you don't use quite as much, but again, the fresh water rinsing afterwards is easier to do with this. We have to do probably a couple extra fresh water rinsings with the vinegar. Now we're going to fill the rest of it up with vinegar, or with water, I'm sorry. Now, it's been a while since I've descaled a Keurig, but these are one of my best videos on YouTube, so I want to show people how to descale Keurig coffee makers. And this is a brand new one. So, half vinegar, half water. Now, this next step is really, really important. We have to start with the machine in an off state. So whenever I opened up this lid, it kind of activated it. It turns it on, and see how we have lights? We need those lights off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it. Now when I plug it back in, it's in an off state. I haven't activated, I haven't pressed any buttons. The time's flashing, that's fine, but don't open this. Don't do anything, and now we're ready to put it into descale mode. I'm doing it right from the manual. You can find this on their website. So if you need to pause the video, I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. Now, you do have to have a container underneath here that's going to catch some water. Now, off state, nothing's flashing. We're going to press the cups and the ounces button together. That's what they call these big buttons. That's the ounce button. That's the cup button. So we want to press those at the same time. It says for 3 seconds. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it was about 4 seconds. The descale light is flashing. Okay, we are in descale mode. The 12 ounce is lit. The brew side is on the cups. I haven't touched anything else. Now I'm just simply going to press the K button. That's going to run water over here, the vinegar and the water. I don't have my temperature probe. I was wanting to measure the temperature. I think they've kind of changed things up where they're not running hot water through these anymore, but we'll see. It's going to run 12 ounces, so you have to make sure you have a 12 ounce cup, and I don't think I do. So make sure you have something that can hold 12. I got an old coffee pot. And again, I really would appreciate the support. Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee on my website, justadadapproved.com. I'm in the robot vacuum cleaners right now, and I've got a website, justadadapproved.com. My original website was Just a Dad Coffee, but if you go to justadadapproved.com, there's a section up at the top where it says Just a Dad's Coffee. So the first thing it's gonna do, it's gonna descale this side, then we're gonna go over to this side. Now we're not gonna do anything. Okay, now it's automatically gonna switch over to the craft side. There it is. Did you see it? It switched automatically. It went from this to this. The cups light is lit. The 12, we're still in descale mode. We're gonna press, now that is empty. Press this. Now we're gonna run it on the carafe side. Now, there's a little computer inside and it has to see the add water light come on. So we're gonna, hopefully this will run until the add water light comes on. Now, that doesn't take us out of descale mode. We have to fill the water tank up, rinse it all out, and then fill it up with fresh water and do a fresh water rinse by pressing the K button, and then that should take us out of descale mode. Now, sometimes the add water light doesn't work and you never come out of descale mode. You just got to unplug it, start all over again. If you are having trouble with your add water light, fill the tank up with water and lift it up and down on top of the Keurig. You know, just lift it up and down about that much, about 30 times. I call that priming the pump on a Keurig. It does seem to do the trick on the add water light too. And I recommend doing that also if you haven't used a Keurig for a while. They dry out on the inside. Now the reason we're descaling, this is out of a K Supreme. Aluminum heating elements eventually will get closed off with calcium deposits, and the vinegar in that's going to help clean all of that out. You should do it every 3 months, it says. And this is the only way to get that light to go out. So I'm going to pause it because it's going to run it until the add water light comes on. And we've got a lot of water to go yet. So just be patient and it should run all the water out. Now I just checked the water that's coming. It's hot, but it's not brewer hot. Like, I think they've learned, they lowered the temperature when they're doing these descales. I think earlier Keurigs would run them really hot and sometimes they would fail during descale. So the water's warm, but it's not extremely hot, but you still should use something to hold hot water. And again, this one, oh. So something's a little different. So we went back over to the cup side, press the button. I thought it was gonna run full 12 cups on the left side, but it didn't. Now we gotta keep pressing this K button until the add water light comes on. So it's gonna alternate back and forth. Okay, I'm learning something. The instructions don't tell you this. I thought it was just gonna run here, then it would be done, but. And again, there'll be a pop-up to the Keurig descaling solution where you can buy it off of Walmart. This should be something that pops up in the video. And if you click on it, it'll take you to the Walmart website. And if you end up purchasing that Keurig solution or the vinegar, I do get a small commission from that sale. I'm just trying to help people out, make it easy. I did buy this Keurig with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. It's just a way of helping support my channel. This is kind of what started it all, was descaling Keurigs. Okay, we should switch over to cups. It hasn't. Okay. Well, we're going to learn something new. I thought I was going to switch over to cups. And I didn't read the fine print. It says, please note, the carafe descale cycle is only a partial brew. When the carafe descale is complete, the add water light will turn on. Pour the contents out. That's right. They only want, if you use this, they only want, you pour this into the clean water tank and then you fill this up and pour one in. So then you start off with a smaller quantity. I don't necessarily like doing that. Typically, the logic board can have a hard time if you don't get the quantities just right. It doesn't work the best. So that's why I use 50-50. Sorry about that. And we're going to keep pressing this. It's okay. We need this there. It switched over to cup side. I should have showed you that, but it switched over to cup side. But the logic board on the inside is going to switch over to the fresh water rinse whenever the add water light comes on, whether we have that much in the clean water tank or that much. I think this is a great way of descaling this with a lot of vinegar and a lot of water. I am a little rusty at this. Again, this is how my YouTube channel started, was descaling Keurigs. I really had no idea that some of my top videos are how to descale Keurigs, all because of this descale light and having to put it into a special descale mode. So that's where it all started. And so I am going to be doing this one too. This is the one from Walmart. It has a descale light. Okay, so we're getting really close to the add water light coming on. So it's going to come out of descale mode. Or it's not going to come out of descale mode. We're going to go to the fresh water rinse. But the add water light has to come on. We have to see this logic, I call it. These are all steps that it has to see in order to complete this. Okay, add water light is on. All right. Now we're not going to hurt it's not going to hurt the coffee maker. It doesn't like run water through it dry or anything. Okay, so now at this point, water has stopped coming out. Pretty sure, yeah. So I'm going to go empty this, and then we're going to take the fresh water tank. Again, it sounds like it's working still, but it's not. So let's go rinse this out with soap and water and fill it up with fresh water. I'll also put a link to this from Walmart. This is the Just a Dad world famous cleaning brush. This is what I clean dirty water tanks on robot vacuum cleaners, but I won't be using it on this. I'll get a new one for this. But now let's fill it up with water. Fill it all the way to the max. Again, just fresh water. Leave the filter out. I guess you could put the filter in, but make sure you put it in after you're all done. Okay, so mine looks like I've put the water tank on and it came out of descale mode. So maybe I should have followed that, but I think we're gonna be okay. This is okay. We're gonna empty those. Now, no need to put it back into descale mode. Lift the lever. See, they had water lights on. That's so funny. Hit 12. So let's just brew 12 ounces through. So I'm going to brew probably 4 12 ounces through on the K-cup side. Fill the water tank back up, and then I'll do two 12 cups of water through on the left side to get that taste out, because I'm using vinegar. If I was using this stuff here, this stuff doesn't leave it after, it doesn't linger around in the coffee maker quite as much. So you could just probably get away with just 2 fresh water rinses and 1 cup of fresh water. These are called fresh water rinses. No K-cup in, no coffee grounds, just running water through. Now this will be extremely hot because we're out of descale mode. And then over here hit the cup side, 12. Remember, fill the clean water tank up with water, and then just brew 12 cups through. And then you should be all done. And again, like I said, 4 12 ounces through this side and 2 12 cups through this side. Should get all the taste of the vinegar out. So again, check out my coffee, justadadcoffee.com or justadadapproved.com. Right there, you'll see I'm in the robot vacuum cleaners. These are all the robots that I approve of. This has really been fun, robot vacuum cleaners. This is so exciting what's going on with those, and just been buying those with my own money, reviewing like I did with Keurigs. It was a mystery to me, so what I've done is I've just tried to figure out the mystery to help people, and that's the reason behind my videos. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.